Hello, Taurus. This is your tarot reading for love, the month of May 2016. I'm using the Neil Gaiman Sandman deck. This is based on a graphic novel, Sandman. And the artwork is beautiful. It's a little dark. Literally, the whole deck has very dark overtones, so I hope you can see the cards. Okay, I am now going to cut the cards. Okay, your first card will be Page of Swords reversed. Your next card is Two of Wands reversed. This is the Ace of Swords. You have Four of Wands. Knight of Wands. Wands are becoming a very strong energy here. Wands and swords, air and fire. You have a Nine of Pentacles. You have the Star. You have a Ten of Swords. And then you have a Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. I will pull the outcome card at the end of the main reading. Okay. You have one major arcana card here, and it is the Star, the card of hope, positive intentions, a bright future. So, one major arcana. This situation is going to, I see it focusing specifically on you and your decisions and what you are trying to overcome in this situation. Because you have a lot of wands and swords, Taurus. You only have one pentacle, only one card with your energy, then that's Nine of Pentacles. And this is the card of the good life, happiness. You're at the end of a cycle. You've earned your success. You've earned your reward. Okay, but all these wands and swords that are showing up here, they are indicating that there is a lot of emotional chaos and mental chaos. In spite of all of that chaos, you're still trying to have hope, as indicated by the Star. But like I said, air and fire, they both amplify each other's energy. And it's interesting that they're represented by swords and wands, because The fact that these are straight spears or weapons means that they're indicating the strength and the force in the speed of this energy, this mental energy. And it can be chaotic, as many of the swords in the tarot deck do. Also, like wands, we're talking about the energy of fire, things happening quickly. Um, a very quick, brief energy. 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's gone. Okay. And so both of those energies seem to be causing a lot of havoc and confusion for you, Taurus, between the air and the fire. So this Knight of Wands is also going to be in the center of your spread. These court cards can represent actual people. The page can represent a person who's pretty young or someone immature or someone who is starting a journey of some type, is seeking knowledge and wisdom and research and beginning studies. But this Knight of Wands in the center is the dominant card as far as what is this situation about. And it can definitely be about a very demanding person who does have that quick energy of fire, that as soon as he's focused on something, he pursues it. Um, and once he has it, then this person is likely to run away. You know, the fire will burn itself out. So this Knight of Wands, we have a Four of Wands in reverse and a Two of Wands in reverse. And what that means is Two of Wands is about success, having everything you want. You're in power. The world is in your hands. It means successful goals and accomplishments are met and you have the upper hand. But this is reversed. And I think that maybe this Knight of Wands is trying to have the upper hand. This Four of Wands is the card of um, a celebration and freedom. And um, this fire energy is supposed to um, represent the passion of life and the celebration. And once again, achieving your goals in spite of the obstacles. But this Four of Wands is in reverse as well. So with this Two and Four of Wands in reverse, the wand energy with the Knight, this is telling me that um, there's someone that you are connected to who is maybe who has the upper hand over you, and that energy has become very negative. That this Knight of Wands is someone who um, has to have their way. I think they can be dominant, especially when you have a Knight of Wands. Knights usually are about action, acting on impulse, acting on their impulse and what they feel and what they want, acting on inspiration. So it seems as if the behavior of this person who tries to control you, or someone who has made you lose a lot of your boundaries and your sense of self, um, this person is, I just see that the behavior, I see this being about how a certain person is treating you, that you're trying to deal with. Someone who, like I said, seems to be out of control, or they have to dominate a situation. It could be someone who's defensive, who cannot, who has to have things go their way. Okay. And so I see this as part of the dominant situation that's going on with you. So these first three cards that I'm looking at here, we go from Page of Swords in reverse, meaning not having clarity, not having an understanding, being ignorant. It can also mean a lack of truth, um, dishonesty. And so it seems as if communication issues were not, communication went the wrong direction. That's what I'm seeing with this Page of Swords. Okay. And because of that, I see the bad communication affecting how this Knight of Wands reacted. I'm getting that Two of Wands. Once again, this is usually the card of power, having everything you want, um, taking things for granted. I think those are energies when they're in reverse, they can be out of control. And it could be that this Knight of Wands is the one responsible for this miscommunication with the Page of Swords in reverse. But then the interesting thing with these swords is that even though we have a Page of Swords in reverse, now with this Ace of Swords, the sword is upright again. So this does seem to be an issue with communication or understanding or clarity. Um, I'm seeing this as two people who see things a different way, and that's getting in the way of the relationship. But I also see this Knight of Wands. Um, I see this Knight of Wands being the reason why there might be bad communication here starting off, and then we get to Ace of Wands, um, or Ace of Swords, actually. And this is about a new beginning. It's always about a beginning, but it can also mean the start of clarity, understanding, a significant message, discussion. Okay, so this is very powerful because the page, it seems as if someone is very confused and they're not as mature or strong in the relationship as they should be. But then you have this Ace of Swords, which is the card of intelligence and understanding that is coming after the Page of Swords in reverse and this Two of Wands in reverse. So this is the past, but it still has an influence on what's going on here in the present. And this Four of Wands is in reverse. I said it was the card of celebration and breaking free of restraints and obstacles and limitations. And it seems to be with this Knight of Wands, I think that this negative energy, this inability to break free of limitation or obstacles, it could be that this Knight of Wands, there's certain expectations or there's an obstacle that he needs to handle in order to, it seems like there's an obstacle that's getting in the way of your happiness because this Nine of Pentacles, it is the card of prosperity. It's the card of a good life, stability, and it represents the beginning of a cycle, a new cycle. 10 represents the end. 9 means that you've reached the end and you are now closing out. You've reached your success. But the Knight of Wands seems to be this person who has a lot of power over your happiness as well. And it also feels as if with this Four of Wands in reverse, it's an issue of stability. And maybe this Knight of Wands has let you down several times already, especially with this Two of Wands in reverse as well. With all these wands around the Knight in reverse, it seems as if he's attempting to move forward with a relationship, or his behavior in the relationship is very unstable and inconsistent. Okay. And this could also have a lot to do with those two cards with communication, a Page of Swords in reverse, and then we have a transformation to this Ace of Swords, and that's upright. Okay. So I do get a feeling that Taurus, this Nine of Pentacles, I get a sense that maybe you're the one who's being supportive here. That maybe you are in a better position than this Knight of Wands. Um, I see a financial scenario here, like maybe you and a husband or a partner, you're doing well with your job, things are falling into place, you're making money. And then you have this Knight of Wands who's like trying to get his or her life together, and they just can't seem to do it, and it's causing a strain on the relationship. Okay. And there are many scenarios where I kind of see you being the supportive person here, and then the other person seems to have all of this chaotic fire energy that seems to keep being a setback for you. And it just occurred to me that this Four of Wands, it might actually also be a part of the happiness this Knight of Wands is trying to reach. And nothing seems to fall into place. And maybe that person, because your partner, if this is a relationship, um, I kind of see this Knight of Wands letting other things in his life get in the way of a happy relationship, and it's causing a lot of stress and strain on you. Okay. Now, going to the last three cards. The Star, once again, hope and optimism. But then we have this Ten of Swords. And like I said, swords and wands they seem to be two energies feeding into themselves. It occurred to me that this Knight of Wands, this fire energy, there's a lot of air energy, a lot of mental stress and paranoia and fear that's indicated by this Ten of Wands that's making his energy irrational. Ten of Swords is losing hope, actually. We have hope with the Star, but when you get to the Ten of Swords, we're talking about a situation that feels hopeless and nothing can be done. And it also means just getting things getting about as bad as they can, even if you were betrayed or hurt, but you do recover. You go from the 10, the new beginning, and then you go back to 1. So 10 of Swords can actually be referring to a situation, this Knight of Wands causing a situation that gets very bad, but this is going to be the low point. And this is followed by a Knight of Cups, interestingly enough. And I don't see that as a new person. I'm actually seeing it as part of the emotional energy of this Knight of Wands. I'm seeing this Knight of Wands when we have upside down cups. It means emotions are in turmoil. And we're talking about depression, we're talking about emotional pain. We're also talking about jealousy and insecurity. And so I'm getting a sense that this Knight of Wands is has this Knight of Wands is a person who mentally is emotionally is very insecure. But with this fire energy, this person is impulsive. They make the wrong decisions. Um, they're not as consistent and grounded as you are, Taurus, because you have the earth energy. And I get a sense that this Knight of Wands might actually end up going through a situation in his own personal experience that's going to bring him to a point of depression. Because it's interesting how we have this star, meaning that there were good intentions. There will be good intentions in the future. But then all of a sudden we get this Ten of Swords and this Knight of Cups in reverse. And those two cards together, these two, they can definitely mean someone having an emotional breakdown, someone who is giving up, someone who emotionally shuts down. And like I said, this can also mean jealousy, paranoia, fear. Okay. Um, so life is not going to end here. You will get past this, but I don't see this as something affecting you. I keep feeling that it's going to be something that affects this Knight of Wands. And it's something a part of the decisions that this Knight of Wands has made, even though you've tried to be supportive. Um, and I don't think there's a lot you'll be able to do with this energy that I think is going to be affecting the other person. But I'm going to shuffle for an outcome card. Whoa. When you get a new deck of cards, I've had this deck for 4 years, but I've never used it as much. So these new slippery cards are just going all over the place. Okay. I'm going to cut the cards for the outcome. Okay, so your outcome, you have Nine of Swords reversed. This is interesting because Nine of Swords, it's the card of fear, anguish, and sadness. But it is reversed. It means that whatever this negative time that's going to be happening in the near future, we're talking about 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 2 to 3 months. But whatever it is, um, it seems as if this mental distress in the relationship, it's going to be reversed. This fear and the paranoia, um, I think that this person, it could mean that this person is going to sort of emotionally recover. I just keep getting the feeling that this is about you trying to take care of someone else or just trying to deal with the relationship with this person because you don't want to walk away or leave them. You still feel there's hope to work on this. And I just get the feeling that you're supporting someone who's going through a very unstable time or journey. And a lot of things seem to be happening to this person based on the decisions that they've made. And you're trying to either overlook it or you're the person who is still trying to remain positive and happy through this whole thing, even though this person just seems to keep bringing disappointment every single time. And it could be that the swords energy is what's affecting you, the lack of clarity, um, trying to get clarity. And then, we have this mental distress with the Ten of Swords. And then in the near future, it seems as if you start healing or being able to get back on your feet because the Nine of Swords is reversed. There's not going to be any more worrying. You're not going to be as stressed out. Okay. So yes, this swords energy I'm seeing, yes, it could be what the Knight of Wands is inflicting on you. But it could also be this energy with the wands energy and the swords energy together. I get a feeling that this is a struggle for the Knight of Wands and it's affecting the relationship with you. This inconsistency with communication, this Knight of Wands being unstable, and then this emotional energy of Knight of Cups in reverse is showing more paranoia or depression, and this person just withdraws from you and you don't know what to do about it. Now, this is a general reading, but this could also just address the fact that this Knight of Wands, um, in the most general sense, the story seems to be, Taurus, that you are dealing with a relationship where the other person has always been inconsistent and um, just emotionally withdrawn. You've never been able to have a consistent, stable connection with this person. And the outcome card is showing that all the pain or the disappointment, it's going to be resolved here. You're going to get through it and you're going to be able to feel better about this relationship in the end. Okay. Now, I am going to pull an angel card. This can also be a message from your spirit guide or higher power. Okay. All right. I'm going to spread out the cards. And I'm going to select this card for you, Taurus. The message of your angel card is that if you get nervous, focus on service. And so the message here is put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Okay. And that is interesting because usually when we're depressed or if we feel emotionally depleted, focusing on other people is usually a great solution because you're not focused on yourself and you get some type of emotional nourishment from helping other people. And the fact that it's next to this Nine of Swords in reverse, this relief from emotional pain and stress, I think this card is trying to give you a message that you need to not allow this person to steal all your focus and attention. I think you just need to pull back and maybe start taking care of yourself and other people who need you. Because I think this Knight of Wands is sort of a very demanding person. And I get this sense that this person makes you feel depleted. That this Nine of Pentacles, you have resources, you are stable, you're able to help people. And this Knight of Wands is coming in and, you know, just draining you. Or it could actually mean that you are the one with the resources and you're the one who's trying to give and nurture the relationship. Um, you're the one exerting yourself trying to fix all the problems as well. Okay, so Taurus, that was your reading for the month of May. I do want to give a big thank you to everyone who's left comments in my video in the comment section for the videos, and the donations, and those of you who've purchased readings. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. And I hope I can continue to do more videos in the future. So if you are interested in getting your own personal tarot reading on video, check the description. You will see a link to my appointment book. So summer will be here soon. Taurus, this was your month, so to speak. We know that April 23rd is when the sun sign for Taurus actually started. But Taurus, this will be a transformation for you. Um, and it'll have a lot to do with how you're dealing with this fire energy. So that was your reading. I will see you online. Take care. I wish you love and light.